So shall we continue further? Okay, then we'll start with question number 13, where we have to find out the missing frequency. So here variables are given. Variables will be x and the frequency will be f. Okay. Now whenever we have to find out the missing frequency, we should always go with direct method. Okay. So now here we can see that missing frequency is termed as f. Now first we will start with first step in the direct method, that is finding out the column that is product of frequency and the variable x. Okay, so now we will multiply the corresponding values and write in the third column. So first will be 5 into 2, sorry, 5 into 20, that will be 100. Then 17 into 6, 102. Then here 7 into f, we write it as 7f. Then 8 into 10, 80. Then 9 into 8. Then this will be 60, 77 and 72. Right? Once we finish with this, what we do? We find out sigma fx and sigma f. Right? Now here, while finding out sigma f or sigma fx, we should not add this, the variable. Leaving the variable, we should add the other values. So what will be the sum of frequencies? Okay, so frequency will be 74, and this, the variable, we write it as plus f. Okay, so here this will be 74 plus f, and sigma fx is 563. Okay, okay, so here this we write it as 563 and the variable separate, so it will be 563 plus 7f. Right? So once we finish with this, we will be using the mean formula. So given mean is equal to sigma fx upon sigma f. Now in the question they have given us mean as 7.5. So replacing mean with 7.5. So 7.5 is equal to. Now here you substitute the values. Numerator will be 563 plus 7f, and denominator will be 74 plus f. Now we have to rearrange this and find the f value. So shifting the denominator on left hand side, we get 7.5 into 74 plus f is equal to 563 plus 7f. So we simplify this. So 555 plus 7.5f is equal to 563 plus 7f. So separating the variables and the constants, this is what we get. So this will be 0.5f is equal to 8. And then find out f. So f is equal to 8 divided by 0.5. That will give you yes, it is 16. So f is equal to 16. So did you all understand this? Any doubt how to solve this? Okay. So these were the different types of question based on direct method to calculate mean. So now we will go to the second method to calculate mean, that is shortcut method. Okay. So shortcut method we will do question number 16. Okay, so this is the question given where height and number of plants is given. We have to find out frequency mean by shortcut method. Okay, so in shortcut method, what we do is first we have to assume the mean, that is from the x column you have to take the center value and we say that we consider it as assumed mean. Now as we can see here we have six values. So if I say center value or the middle term, we will have either 62 or 65, right? So you can consider any one of this. Now here I will consider 65 as assumed mean. Okay, we assume 65 as the mean. So you can say let A, assume mean is denoted by A. So let A is equal to 65. Now, once we assume the mean, we have to find out first column, that is D. So D is given by x minus the assumed mean. Okay, so now first value will be x is now here 58. So 58 minus 65. So this will give you minus 7. Next will be 60 minus 65 will give you minus 5. Then 62 minus 65 minus 3. Then 65 minus 65 here. So this will be 0. Now 65 minus, 66 minus 65 will be 1. And 68 minus 65 will give you 3. Right? So once we find out D, next step is you have to find out product of frequency and D. That is F into D. That is you have to multiply the values in second and third column. So this will be so next it will be 15 into 7. This will be minus 105. Then 14 into minus 5 minus 70. 20 into minus 3 will give you minus 60. 18 into 0, 0. 8 into 1, 8. 5 into 3, 15. Did you understand this till here? Okay. Now once we finish with this, we have to find out sigma f and sigma fd. Okay. So now find out sigma f, that is sum of all the frequencies. So sum of frequencies will be 80. And then find out sigma fd. So here we can see this is negative, so this will be minus 235 and these values are positive. So this will be plus 23. Okay, so when we simplify this, we'll get sigma fd as minus 212, right? Okay, so once we finish with this, we have the formula. So formula for mean in shortcut method is, now since we have subtracted a, that is the assumed mean, we have to add a to it. A plus. Then what did we find? Product of f into d. So sigma fd divided by sigma f. So this is the formula for shortcut method. Okay, so now here we will substitute the values. So mean is equal to A. Now A is 65 plus sigma FD, that is minus 212 divided by sigma F, that is 80. So this will give us 65. Now here plus into minus will be minus. And then 212 divided by 80 will give us 2.65. So this will be 62.35 will be the mean. So did you all understand this shortcut method? Okay. So just finish copying this down. Once you'll finish this sum, you'll let me know. Okay. So you'll have done with this. Fine. Then we will move on. Now we will solve one more question based on shortcut method. Question number 18 will do. Now in question number 18, they have given us class intervals. Okay. So this is what is given to us, class intervals and frequencies given. Now whenever class intervals are given, we should always find out class mark, and the class mark what we get will be the x values. Now how do we find out class marks? Class mark we find out by mean of the class interval, right? So that will be what? 0 plus 50 divided by 2. So 0 plus 50 will give us 50. 50 divided by 2 is 25. So class mark here is 25. Next will be 50 plus 100. 150 divided by 2. That will give us 75. Then 100 plus 150, that is 250 divided by 2. 125. So similarly you have to find out the class marks. This will be 175, 225 and 275. So these are the class marks. Once we find out class mark, first step is you have to assume the mean. So here as we can see again the number of class intervals are even. So the center we get 125 and 175. So out of these two we can take any one as assumed mean. So I'll consider 125 as assumed mean. So therefore A is equal to 125. Once we assume the mean, next what we have to do? We have to find out D. That is x minus A. So now here it will be 25 minus 125. So this will be minus 100. 75 minus 125. So minus 50. Then here 125 minus 125, 50. So go on subtracting. 175 minus 125. This will be 50, then 100 and 150. Got this? Okay. So once we finish with this, we have to find out product of frequency and D. So F into D. So your frequency is 4, D is minus 100. So this will be minus 400. Then this will be
100 minus 400.
Yes, this is again minus 400. We have 0, 650,
1350.
six 600 and
450.
450. Yeah. So once we finish with this, we have to find out sigma F and sigma FD. So sigma F will be 50, right? And here you have to find out sigma FD. Now here what I do is negative is minus 800 and this I write it as 1700. So sigma FD will be 900. Now we substitute these values in the formula. So mean is equal to A, that is 125 plus 900 upon 50. So that will be 125 plus here 0 is 18. So 125 plus 18. So mean will be 143. Did you all understand this when class intervals are given? Okay, then copy this down. Okay, finished. So any doubt in shortcut method? Yes. You all want to solve one more sum on shortcut method, or shall we go for the third method?
Third method.
Okay, we'll start with the next method then. That is step deviation method. Okay. Now the third method is step deviation method. So in step deviation method, formula for mean is A plus sigma ft upon sigma f into I. So we'll do question number 21. On 19th, they have not mentioned the method, so you can do by any one method. You can go for direct method, shortcut, or step deviation. 20th, you have to find out the value A, no? So wherever you have to find out variable A or any variable, there you have to go by direct method always. Okay, so for finding out variables, always direct method, and any other sum where you have to find out mean, if they have not mentioned the method, you can do it by any of the three methods. Okay, so they have given us marks and frequency. So as usual, whenever class interval is given, first we should always find out class mark for any of the three methods in to find out mean. Okay, so first we will find out x, that is class marks. So that is upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2. So here we will get 0 plus 10 by 2, that is 5. So here 30 by 2, 15, and so on. 25, 35, 45, and 50. Sorry, 55. Okay, so once we finish with this, we have to assume mean. Now here again it is even number, so I can take either 25 or 35. Now here I will go for assume mean as 35. Okay. So now A is equal to 35. Similarly, how we do in shortcut method, first I have to find out deviation, that is x minus a. So this will be 5 minus 35
minus 30,
minus 30. 15 minus 35
minus 20,
minus 20. 25 minus 35 minus
minus 10,
10. Then we get 0, 10 and 20.
20.
Yeah. So till here it is same as shortcut method. Now here we have one extra column where we have t. Okay. So t is given by d divided by I. Now I is the common difference in D column. Now as you can see in D column, the difference between the numbers is common difference between the numbers is 10.
10.
Yes. So I is equal to 10. Okay. So I is always the common difference in the D column. So I is equal to 10. Now we have to find out T. That is D upon I or D upon 10. So minus 30 divided by 10
Minus 3,
minus 3. So minus 20 by 10
minus 2,
minus 2. Then minus 1.
minus 1,
0,
0,
1
1,
and
2.
2. Right? So this is the extra column what we do in step deviation. Now once we do this, the last is always product. That is frequency into t. Okay, so frequency into t, that is f into t. So this frequency column and t column you have to multiply. So 10 into minus 3 is minus 30. So 9 into minus 2 is minus 18. 25 into minus 1 minus 25. Here it will be 0. 16 into 1 16 and 10 into 2 20. Now once we finish with this, as usual we have to find out sigma f and here sigma ft. So sigma f is sigma f is 100. And here we have sigma ft. So sigma ft here this will be plus 36 and these values will be minus 73. So this will be minus 37. Getting this? Are you all getting this? Okay. Now, since we found out all the values, we have to substitute in the formula. So, given mean is equal to A. Now, A is 35 plus. Now, here it is sigma ft, that is minus 37 upon sigma f, that is 100 into I. I is 10. So, this will give us 35 minus 3.7. So, it will be 31.3. So
3.
mean is 31.3. Did you all understand this? Okay.
That.
Which one? Okay, in between. So any doubt
Ma'am,
in that?
yeah, yeah. Ha. No, ma'am.
Okay, good. So did you all understand the step deviation method?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we'll do one more question on step deviation. So which one you all want me to do? Just tell me no question number. We'll do. Which question shall we do? Okay, we'll do 24th. Fine. We'll do both 24th and 26th. Both I'll do. Okay. So we'll start with 24th. Now in 24th question, they have we can see that the class interval are not continuous. So what we have to do is first you have to make the class intervals continuous and then find out the class marks. Okay. So here they have given us class intervals which are not continuous, right? That is 75 to 79, then 80 to 84, 85 to 89, and so on. Okay. So now here what we have to do is first you have to make them continuous. So we will find out the new class intervals, continuous class intervals. So here what we do to find out continuous class intervals? First we subtract the upper limit of the first class interval from lower limit of second class interval. So 80 minus 79 will be 1. So difference divided by 2 will give us 0.5. So what we do is this 0.5 we have to add and subtract from the class marks, right? So this side 75 minus 0.5, and upper class it will be 75 plus 0.5. So this will be 74.5 to 79.5. Then here we will get 79.5 to 84.5. Then 84.5 to 89.5 and so on. So first find out this. Okay, so once we find out the continuous class intervals, we have to find out class mark. So class mark is denoted as x. So to calculate class mark, sum of upper and lower limit divided by 2. So here it will be 74.5 plus 79.5. That will give you 154. So 154 divided by 2 will give us 77. Similarly, 79.5 plus 84.5, that is 164 divided by 2 will give you 82. Similarly, next it will be 87, then 92, 97, 102 and 107. These are the class marks what we get. Okay, now I will write down the frequency given. Okay, so once we find out the continuous class intervals and the class mark, further you have to do the next columns. Now we know x and f. Since we are doing with shortcut method, first I have to take d. So d is equal to x minus a. Now here assumed mean. Now here you can see there are 7 class marks. So here it is odd number, so we have the center as 92. So assumed mean will be 92. So therefore a is equal to 92. Now we find out d, that is x minus a. So here it will be 77 minus 92. That will be minus 15. Then 82 minus 92 minus 10. 87 minus 92 minus 5. 92 minus 92 will give us 0. Then 97 minus 92, 5. 102 minus 92, 10. And then 15. This is we found of D. Next column will be t, that is d divided by I. Now in d column we can see the common difference between the terms is 5. So I is equal to 5. So now t will find out, that is d divided by 5. So minus 15 divided by 5 will give us minus 3. This will be minus 10 divided by 5, minus 2. Minus 5 by 5, minus 1, and so on. So 0, 1, 2, and 3. Right? So once we find out t, we have the last column, that is f into t. F into t. That is frequency multiplied with time column. These two columns. So 4 into minus 3, minus 12. 9 into minus 2, minus 18. 13 into minus 1, that is minus 13. So this will be 0, 12, 6, and 6. Okay. So once we do this, we have to find out sigma ft and sigma f. Now sigma f will be sum of frequencies in column f, that is 60. So sigma f is 60, and you have to find out sigma ft. So here this will be minus 43 and this will be plus 24. This will give us 19 minus 19. Right? Now we found out all the values. Now we will find out mean. So mean is equal to 92 plus minus 19 upon 60 into 5. So this will be 92 minus 95 minus 95 divided by 60 will give us 1.58. So this will be 90.42. So mean is equal to 90.42. Understood this? So you all have understood all the three methods: direct method, shortcut method, and step deviation method. Okay. So this question usually will be for 4 marks. This is a 4 marks question. Wherein if you have to find out the missing value, you have to always go by direct method, and if they ask you to find out mean, you can do by any of these 3 methods. Only if they specify in the question which method to use, then you have to go specifically with that method only. Okay, and if by mistake say whatever method is mentioned, say for example, if they ask you to calculate mean using step deviation method, and if you don't do it by step deviation method, and if you do it by some other method, any of the other 2 methods, then they won't give you marks. They'll straight away put 0. Okay, so you have to be specific if they have mentioned the method. Okay, so we'll do last question, that is 26th one. Okay, so we'll continue with question number 26. So here again class intervals are given. Now here the class intervals are already continuous. Okay, so here they have told us to find the mean by shortcut method. So they have mentioned in the question that we have to use shortcut method, and they have also mentioned what should be the assumed mean we have to take. So they have already given we have to go by shortcut method and assumed mean, that is a is equal to 45 I have to take. So now first we will find out class mark, that is x. So that will be 10 plus 20, that is 30 divided by 2. So 5, 15, 25, sorry, 15, 25, 30, 25, 35, 45, 55 and 65. Okay, so next is D, that is x minus a. Now a they have already told us to take 45. So it will be 15 minus 45, that is minus 30. Then we'll get minus 20, minus 10, 0, 10 and 20. Now since this is shortcut method, next column will be directly f into d. So f into d, that is frequency column multiplied with d column. So 5 into minus 30, minus 150, minus 40, minus 70, 0, 20 and 100, right? So this will give us minus 260 and this is plus 120. So we get sigma FD is minus 140 and sigma sigma F is 30. So mean is equal to A plus sigma FD upon sigma F. So that will be 45 plus minus 140 upon 30. So that will be 45 minus 45 minus 4.67. So that will be 40.33. Understood? Any doubts? Okay. One more thing is in your textbook, that is in Goel Brothers, what I have taken in step deviation as T. In your textbook, they have taken it as U. So you can use it as U or T. Okay. In Selena publication, they use the denotation, I mean the variable as T. And here they have taken U. So you can take any one, either U or T as the variable. No, this answer cannot be 1210.20. There is a printing mistake. They have given us assumed mean as 45, right? So the answer will be a nearer to plus or minus 45 itself. Okay, in that range. It cannot be more than that. So there is some printing mistake in your textbook. What you all have done is correct. So to cross verify, you can see depending on the assumed mean what you take. It has to be plus some values of assumed mean or minus of it. In that range only it will be. Okay. So any doubt in this lesson? All the three methods to calculate mean? Fine. Then next week we will start with lesson number 26. That is calculating median and mode. Okay. Okay. Then I'll end the class over here.
Ma'am, which is the next class?
1 minute.
Tomorrow class is there?
Yeah. Deeply ma'am is taking.
Okay.
Tomorrow, yes, no classes are there. Tomorrow is a holiday.